everybody.
Hoo-dee-hoo!
Welcome to the StabCast. I'm Dizzle.
And I am Mindy.
And we are back for another spooky Sunday, damn it. Spooky Sunday.
Sunday.
We have the sequel to Ready or Not, Here I Come, with
Very
Samara
excited
Weaving,
about this.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, and a lot more.
Very, very, very excited about this.
You're excited?
Well, I didn't realize, I'm bringing this down a little bit. I didn't realize how they were going to do it. When I first found out about a year ago, I believe even telling him that there was a list of remakes that were coming out that kind of made no sense. And one of them was this. And I showed it to Daniel, and Daniel was like, how the hell are they going to do that? The thing is what they did in the beginning is they used the ending footage and put that right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they didn't skip any time or anything. And I really like that they did that. They didn't skip any time or nothing. They just Halloween 2 styled it and took her to the hospital and whatnot as a suspect. And all of a sudden this young lady comes running in. We know her. We love her. She's amazing. Catherine Newton is her name, I believe. She is from Freaky, which we loved. We did on here. She's from Lisa Frankenstein, which I did a mini review of for you guys. She's just an amazing little actress. And she comes barreling through the door, and she's like, oh, fuck. And the officer's like, are you related? And she's like, well, I mean, technically she's my sister, but we're not family.
Yeah.
And she looks at her and she's like, holy shit, dude, you're gonna change your freaking emergency contact? What the hell? It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
And she totally doesn't want to be there. She's so angry. And Grace is covered in blood, covered in injuries. And the police are all over and whatnot. And Faith asks her, hey, Grace, what's going on? And she's like, believe me if I told you. Well, she ends up telling her. And they try to leave the hospital, which I do got to ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Is the same man in Radio Silence as Abigail the same man that played Bob Wilkinson in the film?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it might be, but I'm not 100% because the hair was grayer. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have him look that up for me. I'm not 100%, but it does seem to me like Radio Silence. Because Radio Silence, it is.
He was Peter and Abigail, yep.
Well, I knew he was Peter and Abigail. I just didn't know if Peter was that guy.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So, yeah. I mean, they did something to juice him up a little bit. They made him look a little bit older, I guess, or maybe filmed him from a different angle or something. But, I mean, they did a good job with me fooling me in the first run through and not... Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We're back. Sorry, guys.
Make sure. Turn it up on there.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
can I get into some opening thoughts real quick?
Go ahead. I would love to hear your opening thoughts.
Especially because we've had a couple technical difficulties. Thank you for staying with us.
Yeah.
Radio Silence has very divisive films, I think. And they're good directors, and I think they're not great directors, and people expect them to be. I think they're good directors.
I mean, we went through, though, their tropes, the stuff that they
100%. But it feels like they do it for the same
Well, that's why we
movies.
did it, because they do it for the same exact movie.
But the thing is Ready or Not 1 is still their best thing they've ever done. And this is like right up there with it now. Whereas it felt like this is what they should have been doing the whole time. It felt like the Scream excursion was stupid. It feels like the Abigail thing was just another thing that felt like this.
This is something they should have been focusing on the entire time.
Yeah, and they're good with those type of characters.
Something gothic, demonic, cult-like. This is what Radio Silence should have focused on, and I'm so happy that they decided to focus back on it, because this easily could have been a throwaway sequel, you know, Daniel?
Yeah, 100% it could have been.
And how do you feel about that? Because it honestly could have been a throwaway instead of a more demonic piece.
I mean, I thought the first one was too clever for the second one to be a throwaway. I don't think they were going to make it just as stupid. And they're supposed to be stupid, which is what makes them funny to an extent. But I just thought
dark humor.
But they did everything right that they needed to do. They added a couple more stars. They added Catherine Newton, who is really good to just put in a franchise and just be good. So you just see her more and more shit nowadays. And I thought she worked here with Samara Weaving as like the sister dynamic actually worked for me.
Absolutely. They kind of look like each other.
And they had a couple of, and it was cool because they had a couple of fights. It wasn't just one big, like at the end they fight and then they get back together, which is a big
And it could have been really cliche, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was relatable.
Yeah, and it felt very, what Radio Silence does well is the dialogue feels very real to how humans talk to each other. And like when they were like, so why don't they like each other? And why don't you guys get along? And Samara was like, she's an asshole. The other was like, she's a twat. I just thought that was hilarious, and it works for what the movie's trying to do. I love it. Brings heart to it, and those two specifically. And
she's like, don't judge. When she's in the hospital, she's like, don't judge me. I have a great fucking life, okay?
Yeah.
I am a social media marketer and manager, and I have a fucking kick-ass boyfriend named Eric, and I have a kick-ass pad that I live in, so fuck you. And she like gets ready to leave and whatnot, but go ahead.
The side characters make the movie just like the first one, which is what I enjoy. I like that the first one, because the first one, Samara Weaving's great, and she's a great final girl. There's a lot of good dynamics in there with the family, but the side members of the family that are what makes it, because they're fucking hilarious. Yeah. Here, you don't have that, but you have the friends and family that came with the people that are supposed to be killing her, which you'll get more into the plot in a second.
Yeah, but you have little faith, too. I really feel like Catherine Newton really helped.
She did.
Sell this. She really did. I mean, honestly, she's got a really long career ahead of her if she stays the way that she is.
Yeah. One specific dude, though.
Yes.
Mandu Rajan.
Mandu!
Faraj's brother. I thought he was fucking hilarious. And the way, like, just every single scene with him. Even though the end is like, he's going to explode, the end is a little predictable.
Does he stand there with his ice cream?
Yeah, he's like, I fucking made it. But everybody, I mean, it is so obvious that every scene he's in, he kind of steals it. And he is so funny. And everybody else around him's funny too, but he's just funnier. And he just steals.
Well, he's the stoner of the group. His family are the stoners.
Yeah, but yes, they came out of that car that was filled with fucking some kind of smoke. And, but he, at first glance, I was like, ugh, because he was the let me take a selfie fucking new age douchebag. Like, it's like, I hate that type of archetype. Mm-hmm.
He made it work, though.
He was hilarious. I thought he was one of the better parts of the movie. And when he would show, like, him abdicating and making the wife do it's one of the most pussy, hilarious things ever. That a lot of dudes probably would think about.
Sit out and like, what the fuck? How can you sit out, but he can't?
Yeah, and then everyone freaking out after. Then when she bounces, he's like, "Oh yeah, you own nothing now." And then he's like, "I need to go lay down." It was I loved his scenes, and I thought he was hilarious. The little kid was funny too.
Little Felipe.
We always talk about how kids can come across as annoying, and he even has some badass scenes where he's got to shoot a gun, and he never comes across as annoying.
Shooting a little machine guns.
So yeah, which was hilarious and impressive. I liked that kid, and I thought he was very entertaining. His older sister was funny too. She could have, even being because she was Alex's betrothed. She was supposed to be
Ex-fiancé.
with Alex instead of Samara Weaving.
Yeah, and then according to her, Grace, Samara Weaving, changed him and made him leave the cult and everything else and break up their soon-to-be marriage and whatnot. So she hated her for it.
Exactly. And this is a huge ensemble cast, and a lot of these guys are like have been in a lot of good shit. The two we have to point out that are major part of the story is Sarah Michelle Gellar, who I remember shitting on her in I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake.
But you know what? I'm sorry. I got to do this. Very good.
I thought she was incredible. Yeah.
Very good job. She did a great job of being just a little bit not annoying, but a little bit of a know-it-all.
Yeah.
Mixed in with a little bit badass. And she did great. She did wonderfully. She did a fantastic job.
She was incredible, and she had great dynamic with Sean Hatzie, who played Titus Danforth, and the Danforth kids. And this dude has a soft spot in our heart because he's the guy from Alpha Dog.
Yes, he is. Oh my god, it was so because he was a little boy, right?
He was the little boy.
Well, not little boy, but he was a kidnapped boy, wasn't he?
No, you don't know who he was at Alpha Dog. He was the guy. Which not that that's a bad, but he's the dude. He's Elvis. He's Elvis.
I thought he was Elvis, but I wasn't sure.
His true love's basically bitch, and he's the one that kills the kid.
Okay. Okay. Making a lot more sense.
But I thought he was incredible in this, and he was like a good like villain type role, and both of them were really good together.
Oh, absolutely.
And like I said, I thought her cameo and I Know What You Did Last Summer was a little cringy. This showed how great of an actress she truly is.
Oh, yeah.
And that she's really good in these types of roles.
Yeah.
And she knocked it out of the fucking park, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I thought both of them were great. And everybody has that radio silence funny to them. There's a little bit of hilarity in everybody. But those two are good foils for Grace and Faith, which I love him being like, what kind of Roman Catholic bullshit is that, Grace and Faith? I'll let you set the scene a little more, but those are some big standout. I love the cast of this. These movies rely on the ensemble, and every piece of screen time is funny. All these movies have to be as funny and gory, and that's what this is. So
yeah. So Faith basically tells her like, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to take her out and whatnot. And Mr. Wilcox, who we have determined is Peter from Abigail, he shows up and he like is snorting cocaine. He is ready for this. He's like patting his chest like a gorilla. He's ready to go. And he like comes through throwing knives. And I will have to say, he gets this one sheriff in the carotid, and he does such a great job of it. Because I had no idea he was even fucking there. Yeah. I didn't know he was there. No. And then all of a sudden, knife. And it's like, oh shit. And like, unfortunately, he broke the rules of Mr. LaBelle. Because Mr. LaBelle, even though he is a demon and a server of the devil and whatnot, he has a respectable list of rules. He's a respectable man, a respectable demon. And that sounds weird to say. But it's true. But it's true. He has a respect for things. Things have to go a certain way.
LaBelle himself?
LaBelle.
Yeah.
He has rules for everybody.
Yeah.
So
we got. Did you mention the dude's name that plays the priest type dude? Elijah Wood as the lawyer?
No, because I haven't gotten in that yet.
Okay.
So Faith is like, holy shit. And like this Bill Wilcox character is on top of Grace. And he just blows up because he's trying to kill her. And that's when Mr. LaBelle's rules come in. So she changes out of her hospital gown into the wedding gown. And Faith is just like, what the fuck? The shit? What is going on? Oh my God. And she's like, dude, you gotta pull it together. And she's like, I'm sorry, I'm not okay with people exploding all over my face. I'm just for emergency contact.
Yeah.
She's like, how could you not know anybody over 7 years? So funny. And then, like Daniel just said, Elijah Wood, the lawyer, comes to collect her after telling everyone else and whatnot. Because from what I perceive to believe, all the cults come from different families of different cultures, it seems, for the most part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone was told that she beat the Ladomises, and that the seat for power was basically Mr. Ladomis's third hand man. Left hand man, because his right hand man is already taken up by Elijah Wood, the lawyer, who does a tremendous job in this.
Yeah.
I will have to say, I've seen him in a few different pieces where he doesn't show any emotion or anything like that. But I mean, even if you looked at him, sometimes when people blow up, you can see the little, like just a tiny little grin, because it's like he already told everybody the fucking rules.
Yeah.
And now they're still fucking up. So just the tiniest little grin comes from him, and I think that's hysterical.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, I think he does a tremendous job. But basically, they have a resort of the Davenports, the twins that we just mentioned, Sebastian and Ariel.
Yes.
Ursula. Sorry, not gonna get into that. That's weird. And Ursula breaks up a wedding, and she tries to be so cordial about it. And then the girl's like, "Are you effing kidding me?" And Titus is like, "No, she's completely serious. Get the F out. Or kindly get the F out now."
Yeah.
And so everyone's leaving and whatnot, and like it's over the speakers that they have gas leak, and like they're not moving quick enough for him. So he like grabs the speaker at one point and he's like, "Get the F out right now. You get out, you get out, you get out."
Yeah.
And it was funny. Like Daniel said, they all had their little opportunities to shine.
Yeah.
And he was definitely the douche. Definitely the douchebag.
100%, but it was also, there was a little nuance behind the characters with their father being so powerful, and which one, they had little lines about how she said that she was going to be the heir the whole time and she's supposed to have the seat. And he's like, "Well, he told me that too." And she's like, "Well, no, you didn't. No, he didn't say that."
Yeah.
So they had a couple of really strong scenes where they're like kind of like having a juxtaposition of like who's the one in charge.
Yeah.
And it really comes to a head.
Like who's going to get to wear the ring?
Yeah. Because they're working together right now, but obviously in a situation where one person kills her and one person gets the ring, it's a lot more tricky. So yeah, I like their dynamic a lot. I think they, like with Grace and Faith being the emotional heartbeat of the movie, those two are kind of like the
villains, you know, like I don't know if you guys know, like you probably know this. Doug, help me out. Bullwinkle and who? Rocky?
Yeah.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the villain, like how their villains are.
100%.
Doug, who are those villains?
Boris and Natasha.
Boris and Natasha.
It's kind of like you and me.
They were. They reminded me of
they're not
those
romantically
characters.
involved, are they?
No, they're.
Aren't they brother and sister?
I don't know.
I think they're just spies together.
Okay. Well, whatever it might be, that's what it reminds me. And that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Is those two going after Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's what their dynamic kind of seemed like. Like Grace and Faith were Rocky and Bullwinkle, and the other two were the two bad guys chasing after them. And it was good. It was a good back and forth.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then everybody, it's those.
You're cracking up because I just compared it to Rocky.
Yeah, I thought that was good. But those two were good. And then everybody else just got to act their ass off in between, and it helped make the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone is hilarious in this. You're laughing the whole time. Radio silence scary movies aren't meant to be scary. They're meant to be hilarious, fun experiences.
I mean, did they get a gasp at him here too? Absolutely.
Yeah, time.
Like when that guy in the hospital, Peter, whatever, got his when he like threw his knife and got that person in the carotid artery. Like, I was like, oh, because I wasn't expecting that.
No.
So I mean, they got me a couple of times, but did they make me jump? Absolutely not. Did it scare me? No. Did you shock me every once in a while? Yes. Especially when Faith decides to leave and then she comes back and shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really cool though that they weren't expecting Faith and they decided to like kind of throw her into the game, because my favorite part is when they wake up on the golf course and they're handcuffed together, you guys, and all of a sudden people are shooting at them and Faith is like, I'm just for emergency contact. And then like she says it like again afterwards and she's like, you couldn't find anybody within the last 7 years? Do you know no one?
That's funny.
And it's just like, oh my God, this is hilarious. I'm like, I'm not sure if this was written or she just decided to say it. Because at that point, like 3 or 4 people blew up in her face.
Yeah.
Like she tasted blood at this point. She was angry. She was not happy with her sister and their family reunion. Like she said, it wasn't in the beginning. Like she said, it wasn't to be a family reunion. It was just to make sure she was alive.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, I mean, she made it perfectly clear they're not sisters or not close.
No.
But yeah.
Well, they remain sisters, and the character arc is them growing to love each other.
Well, yeah, exactly. Of course, with Radio Silence, there's always got to be an arc.
Yeah.
There always has to be some lesson.
Yeah. Well,
Like in Abigail, it was her father coming home and paying attention to her for the first time.
yeah.
So there's always little nuances,
Yeah.
I will have to say, with Radio Silence and the way that they do their movies.
And a lot of movies like to have a theme to it, but this one with the sisters sticking together, I thought was really strong because you had 2 great fucking actresses in this millennium that are like 2 franchise stealers and franchise headers that haven't quite got there for some reason. Because it was like 4 or 5 years ago, it's like you put up the list and it's these 2, Ortega and a few other ladies, and some of those have like really ascended, and then there's some that have kind of like, not that Samara Weaving isn't killing it, but she's also,
I get it. She's no Anna Taylor-Joy.
she's not getting the project she is. No. And
neither is Catherine Newton. Honestly, she should be getting a lot more projects and a lot more knocks on her door.
She does get interesting stuff like Detective Pikachu and that Frankenstein movie that you liked with
Lisa Frankenstein. She was really good in that.
Yeah.
She was very good in that. Her and Cole Sprouse, was it?
Yeah, it was cool.
They did an amazing job, especially because of the fact that a lot of their dialogue towards each other was one of them moaning and the other one speaking.
Yeah.
So that was just, to me, kind of funny because you know that they had to like go over that over and over and over again. And you kind of create a bond with somebody when you have to continuously do scenes
100%.
over and over and over again. So I feel like you kind of feel the bond just radiating off the 2 of them in that movie. They as far as I'm concerned, they steal the damn show in that movie.
Yeah.
So, and then she was also in Freaky. That was our first taste of her.
Yeah.
And Freaky. And I don't know if Dana's going to agree with me, but I'm going to say it. Best Vince Vaughn movie, horror movie ever.
Well, yeah, definitely best Vince Vaughn horror movie because it's that.
Because he didn't talk.
Yeah, but I mean, Vince Vaughn's
I mean, and then when he did talk, when they switched places and he had to be like a little sissy girl and whatnot, it was worked so
yeah, they did it good.
It just worked so good. I mean, yeah, it was a little too much like a horror version of like that Ben Stiller movie, The Hot Chick.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Oh, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, The Hot Chick.
Yeah.
Doug's gonna kill me. But I mean, it just had a different feel to it. It was a horror like
it was.
Because Vince Vaughn, he's not very scary. But honestly, you put him in that mask and you put him like not talking and stuff, he's not freaky.
And it was creepy enough. And I'm not even going to do the scene totally because it would butcher it. But when he's trying to convince her friends and he's like, Dawson's Creek, like, and he's like saying the things he loves. It's just so, he is great in that movie. She is really good. The only like kind of miss she's been a part of is when they kind of plugged her into that shitty Ant-Man movie from Marvel.
Yeah, I didn't
but
like
it was
that.
also like, hey, you get to be in the MCU. You're obviously a star now.
Yeah.
So it was good and bad.
So of course she said yes.
Yeah. But she is one of those stars that like, she is somebody that's like kind of one of the better actresses of this generation, or at least one of the more like in franchise.
Natural.
Yeah. And she doesn't get as many big ones as you would think. And it's a lot of like the friend or the sister like this.
Yeah, and it's really disappointing because she should be more of a leading lady.
Yeah, I
than
like
she
her.
is.
I like her. And she shows a lot of emotion and range in this one. Samara Weaving was born to do this role, I think. And her radio silence, especially like in the first Scream, they always try to fit her in somewhere. But she's
I will
the
have
shit.
to say, she definitely met her, like, not even match, but met her, like, true love
Yeah.
with Catherine Newton because of how well they can scream.
Yes.
Like, if we were going to do a 2026 Scream
That's true.
Queen, those two would be at the top of the list. Because their screams aren't even screams. They're like shrieks.
Yeah.
Like,
They're both screaming
almost.
her.
Like,
Yeah.
there's shrieks. There's howls. There's emotion
Yeah.
that you get from that. And that's what a lot of these horror movies these days are lacking. I don't know if Daniel
No, I
agrees
would
with me
agree.
or not. Because I could feel the emotion coming off the two of them.
Mhm.
And the desperation of their screams and everything.
I would agree with that. I think that also Catherine Newton played a great. Faith was really good at being kind of the damsel in distress of the two,
Yeah.
whereas because Samara Weaving is supposed to be, Grace is supposed to be kind of a badass,
Yeah.
especially after the first one.
And
she
Faith
was born to do
tried.
this. Yeah,
I mean, let's give it to her. That fight with Titus, she did a really good job.
yeah, but even like the original proposal of marriage from the one lady who was with the sword was
Chen Fun Young was
which-
her husband. What was her son? I can't remember her name. It's
I
way too
love that
long.
kid though on his Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can I have the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck about anything. He was even eating when he passed. Why are you guys all looking?
Poor
But
soul. They never got to eat in this movie. Every time they ate, they blew up.
yeah, which I mean,
Poor guys.
it's a good comment on society. I like that scene because in her head, it's like, oh, we can get out of this. Do it. We can get out of this. We can get out of this. Samara Weaving, because Grace has been through more of this. She did this before. She knows to be a little more measured and think about the options and be like, no, fuck that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, because she also knows like what is behind it all, and she actually says that to the Asian lady. She's like, Faith, you don't know what this entails.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, then what the hell does it entail? And she looks at the woman and she's like, well, I have to be a part of the cult. And she's like, yeah, you will. You will have to experience and go through the rituals that all of us do and whatnot. And she's like, I'm not sacrificing animals and I'm not hurting innocent people.
Yeah.
Right there, I think Fate, it kind of clicked her faith.
Yeah. She's
Because
like,
she
wait.
didn't know.
No, she was just like, oh, safety.
Yeah. So it kind of came full circle for her. Like, oh shit, if I do this, I'm sacrificing my sister.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're not really sisters, but we've kind of gained a repartee over the past 24 hours, and I really don't want to see her sell her soul.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can.
When she eventually does, though, she looks beautiful in that dress.
Yes, back that up real quick because I would love to give a shout out to whoever decided to montage that fight against Grace and the Hispanic girl, Francesca or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that her name? I don't think her name's Francesca. I can't remember her name. But she was in love with Alex and whatnot.
Yeah, it is Francesca.
Francesca. Okay. Woohoo! Yay me. So they start, I mean, first off, it's great because both of them grab pepper spray and they both blind one another.
Yeah.
So at first, like, you have the blind, like, trying to beat up the blind, and it's just hysterical. Now all of a sudden the stereo hits and you hear Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Such a good song.
And honestly,
so good.
one of the weirdest fighting montages I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it worked.
It did work. It works. It worked its ass off.
It really worked.
Yeah.
Because the girl was falling apart.
Yeah.
She wanted Alex. She was upset that he had an eclipse of the heart, so to speak.
Yeah.
So Grace was that for her. So it's kind of like I'm sure it didn't go that deep in the director's mind.
Well, and it's funny because when you say
But-
throwaway characters, I thought Francesca at the beginning was kind of going to be a throwaway character. So, oh,
Mhm.
they'll kill her early. She ended up being a bigger part of the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Her-
Absolutely.
Her getting popped was hilarious too, though. But yeah, that fight scene was memorable.
It's almost as good as the Borderline movie that you showed me when they did the fight to It's All Coming Back to Me Now, when they were singing at first and then
Yeah.
they got angry at one another and they started beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
Almost as good. Not as good, almost as good though.
almost as good.
I like montages. What can I say?
We do like
I like a
montages.
good montage.
Do we want to finish out the plot or get to our kills?
Well, let's finish up the plot real
All right.
quick. So, Grace finds out from the Asian woman, like Daniel said, that she can marry and get out of this.
Yeah.
So, once Titus and Ursula
Yep.
find their way to them and whatnot, like, it's just, they know it's game over for them. They have to whip something out. So Grace whips out her last card, which was I'll marry you.
Yeah.
So, because at first they have Faith, and Faith's like, just run away. Don't even care about me. Don't come back. It's fine. Well, Grace, of course, goes back for her, just like Faith did. And whatnot. And, like, she tells Titus, like, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
And he's like, he thinks about it for a second, and then he's like, you know what? I'll still get the power and everything, so fuck it. And they decide to marry. And go ahead about her dress.
She looked beautiful. It was a beautiful red dress, and I thought she rocked it fantastic. And the way she was smiling at Faith when she's like, it has to be this way. I thought she looked incredible.
With the gothic headdress.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, she looked dope.
And then Samara Weaving always has a way in her movies to get a little cocky with it.
Yeah.
A little bit like I tricked you. Like just a little bit, like even Babysitter Home Killing Queen, she did that like I tricked you
Yeah.
kind of thing. And that's what
I
she
tricked
does here.
Yeah.
She gets married to Titus and whatnot, and then she's like, hey, guess what? Because Ursula tries to give her advice and whatnot, and it doesn't end well, and Titus ends up taking Ursula out. Long story short, and because we're getting a little long here, it's on Hulu, you guys can watch it. So she stabs Titus after they make out and whatnot, and
Yes.
she's like, guess what I found out from you? It's not against the rules to kill a family member. And like she kicks him into a pit and then she decides to like reclaim Satan and like not like be a member of their group, and like exonerates herself from leader of the chair, and like takes the ring off and throws it into a pit into the pit, and like all of these people just run in there, and like the pit seals, and Elijah's Woods kind of like a little bit, and everything seals up, and like all of a sudden like blood spatters, like you hear people start screaming and little blood splatters are coming out of the thing. So that was cool for me.
That's awesome.
That was fun. What is your favorite kill?
I liked the dude's brother, Viraj, who got washed in the washing machine and sanitized
That's a good
and
one.
melted to death. I thought that was
That's a
incredible.
good one.
Yeah, you got to see it, Cher. Cher watched the end of it with me here. Too.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
That's a good one.
but she didn't get to see that. That was really fucking good. I loved that both of them, because she kind of and she's like, he might have fell fall, we have to stop it. But you just see him sliding and be like, shit, and like when he gets trapped in it, at first I'm like, oh, is he in like a gas tank? It's like, no, he's in a washing machine. But that is like something that, you know, like I always think when I'm like at the laundromat or doing laundry, it's like, this would be interesting for a horror movie, and they did
Well,
it.
we saw it once in Identity when you were younger.
Yeah, but this was better.
Okay.
And I thought that this was done really well. And the mist that came out and his melting corpse. I'm going to go for that one.
Okay.
That's my top kill. How about you?
I'll have to go with Francesca just because of how stupid she is.
Yes.
I mean, she tries to rocket launch Grace as soon as she sees her, and she points it in the wrong direction. So then you have the whole montage shit. And then if she couldn't get any dumber, she walks up to Grace, and Grace is packing at this point. It's towards the end of the movie. Grace is in her I don't give a fuck mood.
Yeah.
Like, she's packing. She's got the whole, like, ammo thing around her waist and around her shoulder, like the holsters and whatnot. And she's got her rifle going on. She's ready to play.
Yeah.
And Francisca's like, oh, you want some more? And she's like, yeah, I do, bitch. And shoots her right in the forehead. And it's like, oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Took care of that.
there might have been more, like, memorable deaths. This is probably not the most memorable death, but just because of the dialogue and the fact that they hated each other and everything, it was just... It did it for me.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. We want to give it ratings?
Yeah, I was going to go ahead and just give it an 8.7, honestly, because it did a really good job for a sequel. Because I cannot give a sequel a 9. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And unless it's like a situation of like Scream 1, Scream 2, I can't.
Yeah.
So I will have to say it's an 8.7 for me.
Well, I can. I'm going to give it the 9. I think that it's an incredible sequel, and it's almost as good, if not better, than the last one. And it does everything it needs to do. It hits all the same notes. It gives it arguably more heart, because there was something about her going through it by herself, but the sister storyline did not feel shoe-in. It didn't feel forced. It felt good.
That's why I liked how they didn't take any time off.
No.
They didn't do any years later, weeks later, because that would have ruined it.
Exactly.
They did the whole let's go from the end to the beginning, kind of like how Evil Dead did.
Yeah, just like an Evil Dead.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And because if you didn't know this, the first couple minutes of Evil Dead 2 was actually the ending of Evil Dead 1. So that's how they kind of did this one. So I liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it a lot.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what we could do next week.
Yeah, because I don't want to do the one that I put up on mini reviews, because I know you guys are liking it a little bit, but it's too much of a trigger warning for us to do a full episode on it.
Okay.
I love you guys, and I love Daniel too much to put him through that. I mean, will I probably make him watch it? Yes. But I'm not going to make him sit down and talk about it.
Well, I appreciate that at least.
It's like the Pilgrim.
Huh?
I heard it.
All right. This one looks pretty good.
What's that?
The Wretched.
I think is that on
It's on the Flicks.
the Flex? I've heard of it. Yeah, we can do The Wretched.
All right. With John Paul Howard. So we'll be here next week for The Wretched. It's on Netflix. Check it out and come hang out with us.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a spooky Sunday, and hooty-hoo.
We love you.